everyone, and welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. That's him. That's Big Rich. What do we call you, Rich?
The Rambler.
Rich, show him the deep side. It's Monday's show live from the Collins Scroggins Studios. We got a great show in store for you tonight. We got the Holliahan Side of the Week nominees. We got the new football power rankings, Richard. We also are going to talk about what we did this past weekend, recap high school football. Regular season comes to an end. Playoffs are here. We'll talk about all that in a jam-packed show. Talk about what we got coming up this week. Just a lot of fun in store for you here tonight on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a transition. I don't want to get it too ahead of myself, but high school basketball does start this week. That's why we had Media Day yesterday. We just had the new GHSA classifications that dropped tonight. And of course, we have the high school playoffs. The GHSA doesn't start till next week. We've got the GIAA and Alabama, the AHSAA, that start this week.
Yeah, so we'll talk about all those potential matchups, or well, not potential matchups that we have, Richard, in store. We are presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet, GMC, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, and Kinetic Credit Union. Big Rich, what is up, my friend?
Man,
how was your weekend on Halloween night? Able to get the halftime show up and going. We had 3 great games in store, including Sandy Creek, Troup County. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. But how was your Halloween weekend?
It was great. I got to do trick-or-treating with the kids. And then after we were done, I went up to my office and did the halftime show remotely. And it was some fantastic high school football matchups that happened Friday night.
Yeah, there was, man. Then on Saturday, we were able to go cover for Sports Visions the Auburn, Kentucky game, which was Hugh Freeze's final game as the head coach of the Auburn Tigers. That's another one. Another one bites at us, and another one does, and another one does.
Another coach
bites at us
with a big $20 million buyout, too.
We're having a lot of those that have been happening, Richard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we're going to show you those Holliahan's Highlight of the Week nominees. We'll discuss them and more. It's the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news.
We have so many ways for you to listen to us, and that includes listening to the Falcons, Flintstones, and everything else going on right here on Sports Visions 92.1 FM.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Behringer here, Richard Holdridge on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Um, 10 seconds.
We got it right. Or at least we're trying to here on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Take three.
Let's just take three. This is what happens when you are producing and doing the show by yourself.
I want to say something.
Hey, we got to shout out. Shout them out.
There's not a lot of producers and on-air talent at the same time.
No.
It is hard.
It is, and I do want to shout out Chris Gates. He makes everything go smoothly.
He really does.
There's nothing easy about his job. I'll tell you that right now.
It's a thankless job, and he does an outstanding job.
Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's do the Hollihan's highlight of the week nominees, Rich.
Riggins, back to pass, gets pressure. He's going to get away. He's in the middle of the field. He's got the first down. He's across. He's to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. He's going to be hit about the 4-yard line, and he's going to get to the pylon. Touchdown.
Stop this run. Quick out to the near side, and then J.D. Davis down the near sideline. Is he gone? He is. Touchdown, Vikings.
short yardage runners we have in the state, and he's going to take it to the house. Garrison Edwards.
You saw the 3 nominees, fantastic. All 3 of them. You saw the long touchdown for Russell County, Mike Peacock on the call, Richard. Then we were able to see there the touchdown Pacelli as they dominated Loganville, and they move on to the quarterfinals. Great job by J.D. Davis. And then obviously the final touchdown, I was there for it, Garrison Edwards. Troup County ended up losing that game. We could have picked several players, including Amari Latimer, who was a running back, who had about 5-6 touchdowns in that game.
Oh, my goodness.
But we wanted to pick something local, and Garrison, he was on fire in that first half. Second half, just the defense of Sandy Creek came lights out. But those are 3 nominees. You can vote them starting tomorrow, and we'll have the winner on Wednesday night's show.
Tomorrow's election day, but we want you to vote on this. This is the most important election that we have. I didn't like that one. So please vote on our Instagram because we want to get as many people voting on this as possible so we can pick the best highlight and the highlight that you decide on. And we want to thank Holliahan, the Bar and Grill, just for being a great sponsor for the highlight of the week.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. So thank you again to Holliahan's. We can't wait to be back this month, Richard. Another live show from Holliahan's, and I love their food.
Oh, the food.
We had a lot of fun, and we'll be back again this upcoming month. All right, Rich, let's continue on and let us do our power rankings. So,
well, did you want to talk about the games that we did? Over there?
You're right. Why am I getting ahead of myself? Let's go back and let's talk about the games that we actually did. First, we'll start with Russell County. Dominant win over Beauregard. How about the Warriors? 9-1 in the regular season, and a great job by Coach Dylan Griggs in 2 years over at Russell County. 17-2 is his record, Rich, and he has done an 17-3, and done an amazing job as his Warriors are going to host a first-round playoff matchup.
They won 9 games last year. They have a chance in that first round of the playoffs to win 10 games. They have not won 10 games since 1998. They are making history down in Seal, Alabama, and I'm excited what Coach Dylan Griggs has done, just bringing and building that program. And plus, did I forget to mention that Bryson Riggins is amazing? But he's having another phenomenal season.
And what a year it's been for Russell County. They've been the talk all year long, and they finished 9-1 in the regular season. You can say what you want, but one thing we all have to agree on, Dylan Griggs can flat out coach. Another game that we did was Pacelli and Loganville, and the Vikings dominated Loganville. How about Dustin Sherman week in and week out during this 4 out of 5 games that they have won? Sherman has been lights out. He's been excellent on the ground, and you have seen that the Vikings have done a great job bouncing back after that early season, going through those heartaches, and now they have a team that I think can make it even deeper playoff run. But great job by the Vikings, 34-7.
Pacelli is playing their best football right at this moment. The offense is humming with Dustin Sherman and the weapons of J.D. Davis and Michael Rowe, the ground game of Cam Carino and DJ Colvin, and then that defense led by the Nighthawk as the defensive coordinator, with Skylar Sanchez, Tanner Pickering. Just that defense is just playing lights out, and we think that Pacelli is going to give Brookstone a run for their money.
All right, now let's continue on, Big Rich. The game I was at, number 1 versus number 3, undefeated, region championship on the line, back and forth in the first half, Sandy Creek and Troup County. Sandy Creek up 21-17. It went back and forth. Troup County scored first. Sandy Creek scored. Then Sandy Creek hit the field goals. Troup County scored another. Troup County, kicked the field goal. Sandy Creek scored another touchdown. Troup County took the lead 17-14. Sandy Creek made it 21-17. Troup County's got 45 seconds. They're moving on 3rd and long. Garrison Edwards slides, gets short of the first down marker. What happens is that he thinks he gets the first down because they already started moving the chains, but they marked him short, and the referee knew that. So when Garrison hurried to get to the line to spike it, thinking it was first down instead of 4th down, it was a turnover on downs. And, obviously that was Coach Liston was upset about that. So Sandy Creek gets the ball back with 2 seconds left. They score on a 40-yard bomb to Latimer, who had 5 rushing touchdowns and a catching touchdown. And that was it, 28-17, kind of the bat breaker. And Troup County was able really to respond. Latimer is one of the best. Mary Latimer is one of the best players in the entire state, going to Wisconsin. But I still think Troup County's got what it takes to make a deep playoff run. But that night belonged to Sandy.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Someone's calling us. That's why.
Kind of knew that was going to happen.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show. And download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Show. Sorry about that. We'll go back to what we were talking about with Sandy Creek, Troup County, Richard.
Yeah, Troup County's still going to have a great playoff run. They're one of the top teams in 3A. At Sandy Creek, they look like they can win the state championship. Amari Latimer, I have never seen a player dominate a game like he did.
And he took over.
There's a reason why he's going to Wisconsin, and he's going to have a great college career.
Glenwood goes on the road to Sylacauga down 24-0, Richard, and then comes back with 2 minutes left in the third, down 24-0 to win, tie it at 24-24 with 9 minutes in about a 5-minute game time span. They score 3 touchdowns, and the Gators get a big win. They finish 8-2 on the year, undefeated region play, and they host Thomasville this Friday night for a playoff spot. So great regular season again for Coach Ryan Nelson and the Gators.
Yeah, what a comeback by the Glenwood Gators, and they have got a lot of momentum getting ready for this first round playoff game this Friday at the Swamp, taking on Thomasville. I cannot wait.
So now let's move forward and let's talk about some of the other games that we didn't do but happened. We did do Sumter County, Columbus. Sumter County dominated Columbus 48-3. They finished down at 1. Columbus 7-3, and they will be on the road in the playoffs. Spencer ends their season winning 6 of their last 7.
Yeah.
Started 0-3 and finished 6-4. Coach Kegler did an amazing job of that late season renaissance, and they will be on the road for the playoffs first round as well. Northside loses Central of Carroll. Northside had a tough season this year, but I think they'll be battling back and be a competitive team for next year. Shaw ends their season on a 2-game winning streak. 3-7. And I think that makes them feel a little bit better about themselves, beating Kendrick and Jordan to finish the year. Calvary goes on the road and upsets Bethlehem Christian, and they make it to the quarterfinals. They stop that 5-game losing streak. Coach Emmanuel Brunson, what an unbelievable game, battling back. And I think it is an amazing job by Coach Brunson and his team to believe in themselves, not listen to the outside noise, being down by 11 in that fourth quarter and score those 2 amazing touchdowns by Jamar Williams. Unbelievable. And Carver dominates Kendrick, and you see they finished 10-0 this year.
Congratulations to all the teams and the teams that are advancing into the playoffs. And it's just been a successful regular season, and we wish all the teams that are in the playoffs the best of luck.
All right, so those are the scores that we have around the area. What we'll do is we'll talk now about those rankings, Richard. So let's look at them real quick. All right, here are the power rankings that we have on slate right now. Number 10 is Shaw Raiders. You have them in over Northside and over Smith Station. They lost to both of them. They did finish higher in their power rankings.
They did.
The people saying that they disagree with you wholeheartedly, Rich.
Ooh, all right. Well,
floor is yours, because right now people are saying, how do you have Shaw there? Are you being a homer?
I'm not being a homer. Really? Like, I'm being a homer for Shaw just because I live in Midland. No, here's the thing. This is why I have Shaw.
People call you the Midland guy, the Midland Raider.
No, here's why I have Shaw ahead of Northside and Smith Station. Power rankings.
Wow.
How you finished to end the season. Northside finished 2-8. Smith Station finished 2-8. Shaw finished 3-7, and they had an easier path to possibly sneak in and get a playoff berth. And it's all about the power rankings. I mean, come on. We have learned this from time and time again. It is all about the power rankings, and that's why I got Shaw in at number 10. Plus, if I would have put Smith Station and Northside above Shaw, let's just be real here. I don't know who would be ranked 10th. I mean, it's hard to put a 2-8 team into our power rankings. It really is tough. But, it's close. But I gave the slight edge to Shaw, even though they lost to Northside and Smith Station. So, yeah, if you disagree with my decision to put Shaw, you can email me at holders79@gmail.com. There you go. Go ahead. I expect my email, my inbox to be flooded with hate mail saying, why did you put Shaw in at number 10? But, hey, that's why we do what we do.
Hello? Yep. No, he did it. Yep. That's Richard. He has a number 10.
All right.
Hey, good explanation there. Number 9, Harris County, 4-6. I think for everything that they had to dealt with this year, with all the injuries and everything else, I really do think it's been a learning season, and the young talent got a lot of experience in a tough region. By the way, the new reclassification came out, Richard. Holy smokes. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Number 8, Columbus High, 7-3. They ended on a 2-game losing streak, but still didn't take away from a great season for Robert Peters. Calvary, big win as they had in the quarterfinals. I think they have a very winnable game and a chance to upset number 1 Stratford. But how about the Knights getting a playoff win, getting to 6-5? Same thing with Pacelli getting a big win on the playoffs against Loganville. They go to Brookstone this Friday night. Holy smoke, sign me up for that. And number 5 is the Spencer Greenways. We talked about them. They won 6 of their last 7 games. So 5 Spencer, 6 Pacelli, 7 Calvary, 8 Columbus, 9 Harris County.
If you see the rankings from last week, we moved Calvary up a spot because they got the big upset win over Bethlehem Christian. Their path to a championship is a little bit better than Columbus's, even though Columbus had a better record. Columbus has to go on the road to take on Hatefield Charter. Columbus is actually a 21 seed. Spencer's actually a 20th seed. There was really not a whole lot of differentiation between, if that's a word, between Spencer and Columbus, even though Spencer did beat Columbus, but they had a 6-4 record. Pacelli, you could have put them above Spencer because maybe their pathway in the GIAA is a little bit easier than Spencer's in the GHSA. But you also got to factor in everything: the play on the field, pathway to the state championship, and your strength of schedule. So I agree with the rankings, and let's continue moving on.
All right, and now we'll go to number 4, Brookstone, 8-2. They host Pacelli. How about Ian Headley in his first season has a chance to make it to the championship? They will host throughout the rest of the playoffs, quarter and semifinals. They'll be at Max Strong Stadium to try to make it to Macon in 3 weeks. Number 3, Glenwood. The Gators hopefully get to host multiple playoff rounds as a number 1 seed in the region. They take on Thomasville, 8-2. He is now in the regular season, Richard, 17-2.
Wow.
The last 2 years. Undefeated in region play, has not lost a home game since 2022, and the Gators got one this weekend. And then number 2, Russell County, 9-1. I know that Pike Road, you just get that bad taste, but I still think it has been an amazing season for Coach Griggs and those Russell County Warriors, and obviously still at the mountaintop and been number 1 all year long. Those Carver Tigers, 10-0. But only ranked 3rd.
I was going to get there,
rankings, Richard.
This is where I'm probably going on a rant. Carver of Atlanta is the number 1 overall seed. I get that because they've had a great season. But you put Rockmart as the number 2 seed which means if Rockmart wins out and if Carver wins out, Carver is going to be on the road at Rockmart in the semifinals. Look, I get it. I think that the people that made the brackets think that Carver is in a region that's not as strong as the region that Rockmart and Carver Atlanta is in, but Carver's dominated everybody, with the exception of Sumter County. It was an 8-7 ball game. Remember, Sumter County's a 9 seed. That's the highest seed you can get without winning the region. So Sumter County has got a favorable seed, and they can make a deep run. I still think Carver makes a deep run. They play Redan in 2 weeks on the 14th. And how about this possible matchup? They play the winner of Stevens County out of Toccoa versus Crisp County. Guess who the head coach of Crisp County is?
That is Justin Newman.
Yes, of the Dark Side Defense, former defensive coordinator for Carver.
Big Just.
Would we love
Crisp
to see
County.
that second round match?
Yeah, we would, and they potentially could also play Callaway in that quarterfinal.
in the quarterfinals.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got more here. We're going to talk about where we're going to be this upcoming week and more on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Behringer here. Richard Holdridge, the Rambler.
Yeah.
All right. Basketball Media Day. We just had that on Sunday. What a way to kick off the basketball season. Great job by Coach Corey Black. Great job by Bryant Thomas, Herman Porter, everyone that was involved to put that on. We did 30 teams, girls and boys. That is 16 different schools that were involved. Everyone that showed up, showed out, had an amazing time. All of them were well-spoken. The players are excited about the upcoming year. I think the boys are going to have several teams that are going to be really good this year that could potentially make deep playoff runs. We obviously have a heavy favorite in Pacelli. With the girls' side, you know, in the last couple of years, the girls have been more dominant than the boys. This year, the girls are going to take a little bit of a back seat.
I think so,
but
too.
the young talent is still there, and I think obviously Carver is the top of the echelon, I think, for favorites coming into this year. We are going to have an ultimate preview show this Wednesday night
I can't wait.
to talk about all of basketball as it is starting this week. So we cannot wait for that ultimate preview show. But, man, we had a lot of fun at Basketball Media Day, Richard.
Yeah, and we actually have added a 16th team that we're going to cover. I'm excited that we're adding Chaco. They had just an incredible year last year. They went to the second round of the playoffs. Champ Simpson is one of the top players in our area. And I talked to Coach Glenn. I'm definitely, when they're playing Muskogee County schools, I definitely am. Sign me up on making that trip to Casita to call Chaco games. And then, of course, the Chaco girls have got a new coach. And I was glad that they were included in Basketball Media Day. I thought it was important. But I can't wait for that basketball preview show. We're going to have our preseason rankings. That's going to be exciting, too, just to get everybody excited about this upcoming basketball season. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait for it. And, man, it's been one thing after another. We have football playoffs coming up as well, man. So we'll be talking about where we're going to be here this week here in just a little bit. We'll have flag football power rankings that will drop. Our final softball power rankings now that Harris County, great season by Coach Brandon Jenkins as they come up short.
And it just came short in that championship.
So we'll have our final power rankings for softball this Wednesday with flag football. And we'll also have, we just did football. I'll put that out on social media as well. So cannot wait for that, Richard. But Basketball Media Day, I will tell you, early favorites right now, from what I can tell, I think Shaw and Kendrick are my heavies on the surprise team.
Yes.
I expect Glenwood to be a lot better than most people think because they lost the three-headed monsters of McCrane and Pender and Sykes. I still think they're competitive and will be as one of the top teams in that region and making a playoff, Richard. I also think the Carver Tigers with Jaden Ford should be state championship worthy. Pacelli, are they going to continue their 40-game winning streak? Do they have a team that can actually beat them this year? They got Mackay and Matthew Melvin, Michael Rowe, Snee, Coach Calvin Thomas has those guys rolling. I think Harris County under Lucy Ellison, they only won one game last year, Richard.
I think they're going to improve.
I think they're going to improve mightily. No, I think winning season, I don't know about that, but I do think they're going to be much improved. I think Northside boys and girls are going to be much improved.
Much improved.
I think basketball around here, we're going to see a lot of feisty teams, but I'm telling you one that's no one's really talking about. That's Russell County. I think they had the best offseason out of anybody in this area.
I think the boys and the girls. I think the girls, Mackenzie Word is one of those players that could be an all-state player. I mean, she's going to average over 20 points a game, what Coach Ricky Jones has built as they were on the doorstep of the playoffs last year. And Coach Ronnie Battle over there for the boys, they've made the playoffs the last 2 years, and he has got a team that is deep and they're experienced, and I cannot wait. I mean, we're just excited to call Russell County games this year, Smith Station. I mean, we've added some schools to the mix. Brookstone. I mean, so it's great. Brookstone's got 2 brand new coaches, so we're excited about that. And basketball season's here. And I know that our first game is going to be this Saturday, but I'm excited to get out to the gymnasium and to call some basketball games.
I am too, man. So we'll have that preview this upcoming Wednesday night for the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We're also going to drop another Sideline Stories with Kim and Kelly. We also will have Beyond the Sidelines with Houston Clinic. Can't wait to talk with.
Cannot wait.
But to see my interview I had with Dr. Watson. Over there, it was a fantastic interview. Well, very informative, entertaining, enlightening. All the things that make for a really good show, Richard. So can't wait for that. So let's talk about where we're going to be this week. We just had Pacelli Coach Show. We also had the Glenwood Coaches Show. We're going to have Calvary Coach Show coming up this week. Brookstone Coach Show will be coming up this week, Richard. But tomorrow we have the CVCC Coach Show because CVCC basketball is here.
It's here.
And we're starting the season. Coach Mo Scott and his boys take on Gordon State tomorrow night. Me and you will kick off the coverage live from CVCC. Richard, I know you're excited about that. We also got flag football. Carver, Spencer, and Northside are going to be playing. We got Harris County flag football. So a busy Tuesday night, typical on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Yeah, what better way than to kick off the basketball season than a Border Wars as CVCC taking on Gordon State out of Barnesville over there in Lamar County. I know that that area is going to be excited as we continue to grow and expand on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's nice to feature some of these local community colleges that CVCC ends up playing. So I'm excited to be producing that as you'll be on the call at Key Hall as we make our way back to CVCC. As I know I was there last week for Media Appreciation Day. But it's going to be great just to be back at Key Hall.
All right. And then this upcoming Wednesday, we have Calvary Coach Show, Smith Station Coaches Show. We got Harris County Black and Gold Wrestling, Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show, and I talked about the other 2 shows. On Thursday, Muskogee County Coach Show, we'll talk to Robert Peters. We'll talk to, hopefully, maybe we can get Jarvis Jones. We're going to try to get Coach Joseph Kegler and anybody else that is playing in Muskogee County right now, maybe even some flag football coaches like Coach Christian Greer.
Possibly.
We got CVCC girls taking on ABAC. That's Robert Edmonds, the commander, will be on the call there. The Grange at Harris County flag football.
Nice.
Tyler Dykes and Ethan Pettit and Rick Beach will be there for that. And then on Friday, Richard, we have agreement that we are going to now be a provider for broadcasting on the NFHS network. Now, in Alabama, they will not allow you to even buy the rights to broadcast a playoff game. The only way that you can ever stream or produce a playoff game, it has to be on the NFHS platform. So we have made an agreement that we are going to have a Georgia Alabama Sports Live production on the NFHS. It's going to be everything you see on a Georgia Alabama Sports Live normal football broadcast, but the only way you can watch is through the NFHS. We apologize about that, but that is the rules that Alabama has, and we want to make sure those fans of Glenwood and Russell County are able to see top-notch production and for these teams that have had incredible years. So we will be doing Glenwood, Thomasville, and NFHS. Noah Shelton will be on the call for that. We're also going to be doing Russell County and Gulf Shores Mike Frost and Austin Hicks will be on the call for that. And the one game that we will have, as of now, potentially could have two, but right now, the one game that will be on our platforms, Facebook and YouTube, is Pacelli at Brookstone. Scott Miller, Mike Peacock. It is going to be an incredible atmosphere. Winner to the semifinals, part 2. Sign me up. I cannot wait, Rich.
Yeah, like they always say, it's hard to beat a team twice. We get this twice. They're not going to play for the Brucelli jug, but they're playing for the little bit bigger prize, trying to get to the semifinals and possibly win a state championship.
All right, so that is our schedule. And then on Saturday, Shaw at Russell County. It is our first high school basketball game of the year is this Saturday. Last year it was Shaw Central.
Yeah.
This year is Shaw Russell County. Coach Horton, Coach Ronnie Battle are battling each other. Those two teams, I'm telling you, it is going to be a lot of fun. And then for the girls, Mackenzie Word and Coach Jones taking on Coach Marquand, Coach Crowell, and the Raiders, Brooks Ship. Sign me up. Keishai Walcott.
Keishai Walcott. There you go.
2:30 and 4. That will be on Saturday. So we cannot wait. Busy week, but we're glad we're bringing it in. We got high school basketball starting on Saturday. We got CVCC basketball, girls and boys, on Tuesday and Thursday. Multiple coaches shows. We got playoff football. And don't forget, teams like Spencer, Columbus, and Carver will all be on a bye this week. So if we don't get them this week, we'll try to get them next week. But remember, this week, it is a bye. So cannot wait to be able to do that, Big Rich. So there is our schedule for Georgia Alabama Sports Live this week.
Absolutely. Cannot wait. It's going to be an exciting time. I do want to say one thing before we close, Thrift. I want to wish a speedy recovery to Michael Williams. Found out today that he tore his ACL.
Oh, no.
But we wish him a speedy recovery. I know he had it off to a great start in his first 9 games. It looked like he was going to have a dominant season, but he's going to be able to have the right doctors to get him rehabbed and get ready for next season.
Well, I cannot wait to be able to see him back out there dominating. He's had an incredible rookie year here so far.
He really has.
All right, let's take and say thank y'all so much for watching. We've had an incredible show. Don't forget about the Holliahan's Highlight of the Week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. You'll vote on there. Facebook. Make sure to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, we'll be back there on Wednesday for the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.